Things do happen, and it's called life. It happens to us all, but then thinking about how can I learn from that and what would I do next time? And these are valuable lessons that we are learning in our business or whatever we're doing, and it's taking that on board and not beating ourselves up, which is very important. We are going to get setbacks. We are going to have challenges along the way, but it is about learning from that. And that's why I think personally, how you're going to develop that mindset is, how am I going to learn from this? What have I learned from this?
In my opinion, there is nothing called failure. Why we are saying that there is failure? We are saying that there is failure because we are expecting something to happen, and this thing doesn't happen, and we call it failure. As human beings, we have like a huge ego that we are supposing that we know everything about the universe, how it should be happening. So if anything happens the opposite of what we are expecting, we call it failure. It's nothing failure in the universe. Everything is precise, everything is planned, and there is no coincidences.
It is not simply bad or good. It is up to you. You decide what is bad or what is good. And I think that is what storytelling also helps us to understand, that when we are talking of story, we are not essentially saying this is good, this is bad. We are talking of how do we engage with the people. Whatever you say, what can I learn from it? Hi, and thank you for checking out this short clip from Obehi Podcast. I'm Obehi Ewanfoh, the host of the Obehi Podcast. This short clip was created from a full episode where we dive deep into this conversation. To see the entire video, all you need to do is to click on the link in the description of this video. Now, while you are there, I want to share something with you quickly. Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur? Do you want to cut across the noise and attract the right audience, leveraging the power of storytelling? Now pay attention. I'm currently working on a signature program to help you own your story and stand out for the competition. It's a 5-step journey to help reshape your professional and business narrative so you can drive success and stand out in the competition, and in less than 90 days. The link is what you see on your screen, academy.aclasses.org/story. Now, this is what we have understood. Storytelling is the most powerful instrument that is known to man, and this is what this could mean to you. You could either choose to own your story and leverage it to amplify your message and whatever you represent in this world, or some other person could own that story. The choice is yours. So why not take advantage of your story and use it wherever you are, whether you are in business environment or you are a professional individual who want to be able to build your influence and leave a legacy behind because you represent something. You are owning your story. You are somebody whose story is important. So the choice again is yours. Now let's get started with this short clip. So having said that, I could move to Dries
Mezgoti.
All right. I'm coming to you just now. I'm having difficulty pronouncing that name.
Thank you, Obehi, for picking this really wonderful subject. So my name is Dries. I am from Morocco. And actually, there is a lot to unpack from what our friends were saying. So, but I will try to be fast. And also, I'd like for my friends to like learn something practical. Okay. Leveraging failure stories. I can first of all talk about failure. In my opinion, there is nothing called failure. Why we are saying that there is failure? We are saying that there is failure because we are expecting something to happen, and this thing doesn't happen, and we call it failure. Because as human beings, we have like a huge ego that we are supposing that we know everything about the universe, how it should be happening. So if anything happens uh, the opposite of what we are expecting, we call it failure. It's not nothing failure in the universe. Everything is precise, everything is planned, and there is no coincidences. If we live our life like this, we will be very happy, we'll be very successful. So I will get practical now. As marketing consultant on LinkedIn, I am helping my clients to get clients on LinkedIn. Okay, so I will tell you a story. So every day, like every day, I am getting, I am knowing, and I am getting to know new people on LinkedIn. Okay, and most of the time, these connections transform to partnerships or to friends or to business. Okay, so I will tell you just one story. Just one story. So I was listening to a podcast like this one, and the guy or the host of the podcast was talking about technology. Okay, so after the podcast finished, I sent him like a thanking him, like a note thanking him that I appreciate the podcast and I was very happy about the subject, etc., etc. And after that, he posted like a post about technology and the history of technology. And so I commented on this post, but I read it carefully and I wrote like a long comment. Okay, so I could have not commented, not reacted to the post, because I thought, okay, I will not comment, maybe he will not like it, so I will like fear the failure. So that I want you to grasp the difference. If I don't comment, if I don't react to his post, to his podcast, what will happen? And now, what is happening in reality? I commented on the podcast. The guy told me, I appreciate your support. What do you think about a meeting? Okay, so we met. We met after 1 week, and he was talking. The guy who was talking almost 1 hour, like 53 minutes. Okay, and I was just listening, and I didn't have any agenda to sell him anything. Okay, just listening and appreciating his experience. Okay, and asking questions from time to time, just active listening. And when he was like at 53 minutes, he told me, sorry, I didn't ask you what do you do. So I told him my services, and he told me, okay, you are the one I am looking for. Okay, you are the one I am looking for. You have to work with me. Okay, and after the meeting finished, I told him, okay, I will help you, no problem, without any money, no problem. So after the meeting finished, he sent me okay, he sent me like a message, and he told me, I really appreciate you. I love the discussion, and you have to send me your fees because you have to help me. Why I am saying this? I am saying this just to tell you that don't be afraid of failures, especially on LinkedIn. Try to connect with people. Try to build like meaningful connections, and don't try to sell from the beginning. Don't try to sell. Just build connections. Be open to know new people, to meet new people, to help new people, because nobody knows what will happen for you or for me or for anybody, because nobody knows. We are just in adventure in this life, and we should appreciate it. And if we live our life like this, surely we will get success, we will get happiness, and we will get many things that is good. And And we don't have to label things and adventure, this bad, this good. It's nothing bad, nothing is good. The things are the way it is. So this is my philosophy. Thank you, Obehi, for the opportunity. And yeah.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. There is a lot of value there. Thank you for checking out this video. Are you getting enough value from it? You see, this video was created for the purpose of adding value to you. So if this video make any sense to you, let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested in understanding what you take away from this video and if it makes sense to you, so we can provide more. Now let's return to the video. Anytime that we are talking about the neutrality of things, it always reminds me that the power is actually being put in our hands. In that, if you know now that you have a canvas which is plain, you are the one to write anything you like on it, that gives power to you. Unlike maybe when somebody say, hey, everything have already been predefined, just come and manifest it. You don't really have much role there to play. You are just going to play according to the rules of another person. But we see now that the society is designed by people who are crazy enough to believe that they can do this. There are other people who believe that where they don't have to break the rules, where the rules in most of the cases are made for the amateur. Of course, we need to play at different level. Okay, I'm not going there, but what I'm essentially saying is that I really appreciate what you are saying there, Dries. That is beautiful. That we need to understand that it is not simply bad or good. It is up to you. You decide what is bad or what is good. And I think that is what storytelling also helps us to understand that when we are talking of story, we are not essentially saying this is good, this is bad. We are talking of how do we engage with the people. Whatever you say, what can I learn from it? And looking at the conversation of today, whatever have happened, what can we learn from it? Because if even to the point of death, we can see what can we learn from it. There is a message for it. There is a message we can learn from it. Yeah, even up to that point. What if today you lost your work? You just lose your work today as we are talking now. This is not the end of the world. What can you learn from it? All right, now that is something I was actually reflecting on, which is about how do we develop this mindset of learning? Because we now understand that failures are going to come. There is nothing we can do about that. They are going to come. They are going to come. But how do we develop the mindset of learning from it instead of just beating ourselves up? It happened again. No, it's going to happen. Don't worry. But what are you going to learn from it? How do you leverage that in your business? I want to turn that to Kole, Tanya Kole. What is your take on that in developing the mindset for learning from our mistakes?
That's a great question. And it's something that I'm always learning, because we always talk about we want things done a certain way, and it doesn't always go that way. We've all said that. But it is about always reflecting on what it is that you're doing. And if it doesn't go the way that you planned, and like you said, Obi, it's not about beating yourself up, but it is about thinking about, why did it go wrong? What can I learn from that? And what will I do next time? And that's what I've been doing this year. When I'm doing people's books, and you've got this time frame, and you want to do this, and you've got the format of the editor, and this is going to happen. You've got all the time frame. You've spoken to your client. This is how it's going to go. And then something happens, and you're like, oh my goodness. And then instead of trying to brush it under the carpet, or even trying to pass it off onto somebody else, it's being honest and open. We're human, as we've all said, but it's developing that mindset to think, you know what, things do happen, and it's called life. It happens to us all, but then thinking about how can I learn from that, and what would I do next time? And these are valuable lessons that we are learning in our business or whatever we're doing, and it's taking that on board and not beating ourselves up, which is very important. We are going to get setbacks. We are going to have challenges along the way, but it is about learning from that. And that's why I think personally, how you're going to develop that mindset is, how am I going to learn from this? What have I learned from this?